I think this is important for people to hear, especially considering how the type of discourse that we're having in the country right now. And he supposedly says this is a public square for all. Maybe we're learning that a public square should not be privately owned by someone who doesn't think that there should be any moderation on that platform.
That's bargain bin Joy Reid and washed up journalist Don Lemon arguing for censorship in public squares because media hacks like him have decided to steer the national conversation to nonstop race baiting and grievance politics. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it looks like old Don Lemonhead just can't catch a break. First, he was outed from CNN last year, leaving him stunned. Now, he's trying to salvage a career in new media by hosting a show on X. Lemon recently said that Elon publicly supported his move and wanted the platform to host diverse voices, but things went sour after the two sat down for the show's first interview.
Do you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform? That you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Democrats?
I don't have to answer these questions.
The Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Jewish people. Do you think that?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
So you don't think? Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
You can take the journalist out of establishment media, but you can't take the establishment media out of the journalist. I mean, listen to how he speaks in that interview when he was talking to Elon about getting in trouble. He talks to him like he was sent to the principal's office or something. Now, as you can imagine, Elon was not happy with this interview and essentially canceled the deal he made with Lemon, later posting on X. His approach was basically just CNN, but on social media, which doesn't work, as evidenced by the fact that CNN is dying. And instead of it being the real Don Lemon, it was just Jeff Zucker talking through Don. Lemon and Zucker are of course welcome to build their viewership on the platform along with everyone else. Now, naturally, Don Lemon spent a day throwing a tantrum about free speech because he doesn't have a show on X anymore.
Free speech is only important when someone you don't like, or I would say someone who doesn't have your same point of view, or someone is, if they're allowed to speak freely and to say their point of view. Apparently that doesn't matter to Elon Musk. It's just for maybe talking points for him or rhetoric, because it doesn't seem to matter when it's about him, questions about him from people like me.
Gee, those are really smart points, Don. Let's try to square them with what you said when Trump got his Twitter account banned.
The one he has been permanently barred from, the one he is whining about how they've taken away his freedom of speech. The fact is, these are private companies. They have no obligation to have anyone on their platforms. These are decisions that have nothing to do with Congress. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's what it says. It says nothing about Twitter or social media. The Congress. Don't get it twisted. Stop using that argument. It makes no sense.
Lemon says that his main concern about X is that it spreads misinformation, which I assume he knows all about, having worked at CNN for 17 years. Here he is in 2021, serving as a beacon of objective truth and journalistic integrity.
I think we have to stop coddling people when it comes to this and the vaccine, saying, oh, you can't shame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't call them silly. Yes, they are. The people who are not getting vaccines, who are believing the lies on the internet instead of science, it's time to start shaming them. What else? Or leave them behind. Because they are keeping the majority of Americans behind.
You know, all Elon did was terminate this guy's deal. X is a monetized platform, and Elon said he's free to post all the content he wants on there and build an audience that way. And Lemon's certainly taken him up on that offer because he's posted nothing but videos of him crying about this. The only problem I see for him here is that no one likes him. So he might have a little trouble with that building an audience and making money part. But let me know what you think. Is Elon being a hypocrite for not backing a washed up hack like Lemon? Will this guy ever learn, or will he just continue to play the victim his whole life? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Boy!